Today, I'm going to be telling you about 3 of the best side hustles to start in 2023. Now, these are side hustles that require little or no money, and I picked them especially for you, my over 50 TV audience, my viewers, because I know that each one of these side hustles can be done by anyone out there who just got a desire to make some extra cash. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to tell you why each one makes sense. I'm going to tell you about the opportunity. I'm going to tell you how to go ahead and get started, and then I'm going to tell you how you can begin bringing in the cash. Now, if you want some other ideas, hop on my Side Hustle Rules YouTube channel. I've got a companion video to this one. On that video, I've got a total of 7 side hustles. There's got to be one of them that'll interest you. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me tell you, I'm a startup consultant. I'm also a serial entrepreneur. I spent my entire career, almost my entire career, building businesses. I built a chain of business-to-business magazines, a weekly newspaper, 2 national trade show companies. I had a weekly radio program, and I started almost a dozen other businesses, all of them from scratch. I currently run the Over 50 TV and the Side Hustle Rules YouTube channels. So now that you are familiar with me, let me tell you about the 3 best side hustles to start in 2023. And we're going to tell you can start each one of them with little or no money. Event manager. Now, this is the first side hustle on my list. And it's on my list because, as I mentioned in the opening, I think anyone can do this type of a side hustle. It pays very well. I've got a lot of experience when it comes to event management. I actually started my career as a graphic designer, launched my chain of business-to-business magazines with a single magazine that was funded by my first event. Here's some benefits of running an event business. Number 1, you do have a flexible schedule. You can be creative. You can work with folks. You can work with people that you want to work with. You can either work with a nonprofit organization. You can work with a business organization. You can work the events in the evening or on the weekends. The event manager position, it does pay very well. And beyond the financial benefits, you can choose products that align with your interests, which is what I really like. And as already mentioned, you're working with people you like, and you've got a pretty flexible schedule. Events, maybe once a month, once every other month, you're doing an event, you're making some nice money. So you do have that flexible schedule. Now, to get started, though, I will say this. In this particular business, you don't actually need to have event experience where you're starting out managing huge events. Start out with a small event. It could be an event that's a birthday party. It could be an event where you are assisting someone. You're gaining that experience. And as you gain more and more experience, your events can become larger and larger. And when they become larger and larger, you're making more and more money. So how do you get business? Social media posts, I find, is probably the easiest way to do it. But the best way to do it is through networking, meeting people, going to events, handing out a business card, letting them know that you are an event manager. You'll be surprised, totally surprised how much business you can gain just by networking. Dog walker and pet sitter. Talk about a low-tech kind of a business. I don't think you can get much more low-tech than this type of a business. And I never thought of this as a business opportunity until I started working with a gentleman who was telling me about his business and wanted to grow it, wanted to really help to manage his business a little bit more because he was finding himself just inundated with folks who wanted to use his services. I think it could be a very, very good business for just about anyone out there. Beyond the financial opportunities, though, I want to point this out. A dog walking business does offer what I would just say are lifestyle benefits. There's a lot of flexibility in this type of a business. You can do it in the evenings, in the mornings, on the weekends. You're outdoors, so if you're somebody who really enjoys getting outside and with the companionship of a 4-legged friend, and also you're staying active, well, you know what? This could be a great business for you. There is really a sense of fulfillment, I find, and I've seen that with the gentleman that I met with, and then seeing and talking to some of the pet owners as well that use his services. They're very, very pleased and very, very grateful that they have someone who truly cares about their pet, their animal. Now, what you're going to need to get started, kind of already you could probably already guess. You really have to have a desire and a love of animals, because if not, if you're just doing it for the money, it's going to come through. They're going to see it. You're not going to get more customers. You're going to lose your business. It's not a business you're going to get into or should get into unless you really love animals. How you get started? Same way this gentleman got started. He started posting up at stores, little grocery stores. Or I shouldn't say little. I think they were larger grocery stores. Just started posting up a little flyer. He also, though, hopped on social media. He told his friends, he told his family about the business that he was doing, and it just started to grow. And he also, I will say this, with a few talkative customers, people who were happy, they spread the word about this person who had a really good love of animals and a good business. So yeah, consider this business. Dog walker, pet sitter. Opportunities are abundant, and again, it's flexible, it's easy to do, and there is little to no financial investment. Virtual assistant. This is number 3, the last on my list here. And again, if you want more ideas, more side hustle ideas, just hop on Side Hustle Rules. I've got that companion video as I mentioned here. But a virtual assistant, this is an industry that's really grown. And it's growing and continuing to grow because there are many companies who are either downsizing and they're farming out some of their work or a lot of their work to people who become virtual assistants. And what does a virtual assistant do? Well, literally, or I should say virtually, what you are is you're a remote administrative contractor, which simply means you're doing administrative work for a company. You can do it out of your home. You can do it at a coffee shop. Do it on a beach if you want. I've had folks mention that to me. You can do a variety of different types of jobs. Now, one of the benefits, and I think beyond the financial benefits, is the flexibility. And a lot of folks like working in a flexible environment where they can work on a schedule that really suits their needs. And that's also very, very important. What you're going to need to get started is if you have some office work experience, that's certainly going to be a help. Or maybe you've got specific experience. I know some virtual assistants who just specialize in doing bookkeeping. If you've got that kind of experience, that's very helpful. If you do have that kind of experience, you can really command a higher wage. So that's important as well. But some kind of experience that is marketable. How you get started? Social media posts, word of mouth, develop a mailing list, send out an email on a regular basis, maybe every week or every month, to companies that are on your list and letting them know what you're doing and that you're available. So virtual assistant, a really nice, what I consider not a very hard business to get into, and certainly it's not expensive. You can get into it virtually for free. Well, there you go, my friends. I've just outlined for you 3 of 7 side hustles that really will cost you, as we look at these side hustles, they're going to cost you virtually nothing. And I know in the beginning of the video, I said that there'll be little to no cost. Well, as you can look at these 3, I think you'll agree there should be no cost in starting any one of these side hustles. It's 3 out of the 7. If you want to look at the other 4, well, then check out my Side Hustle Rules YouTube channel. Now, if you do have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to send me an email, make a comment. If you want to get into the nuts and bolts of starting a side hustle or starting a business, well, become a member of my Patreon page. If you're somebody who wants to sit down with me, you want a Zoom call with me, well, you know what? Just send me an email. We can set something up. I do want to mention, though, there is a fee. I am a business consultant, so there will be a fee. We can always work that out. We can always work that out together. But again, if you've got any questions, feel free to send me a message. Well, as I always say, have a great day, everybody.